You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. And now, on to the show.
Last time on What's Your Damage?
You see what appears to be another winter Eladrin. The first most noticeable thing is that he is in a wheelchair, and he looks exceedingly mortal. My name is Kamapang, but most people call me Kampa. He found your bodies not far from here.
Were we in them at the time?
The five of you were together, seemingly a little wounded. He also found another member, maybe also a member of your party, but he seemed a little bit further away from you.
Where exactly are we?
You are currently in southern Harmony. This town used to be known as Cyclica.
Huh. Okay, so you, sir, have no recollection of where you were at all? At all? Like, you don't remember where you were yesterday?
I had a dream I was running, and there were 5 of us, and I was falling.
Okay. Well,
I can't.
That sounds incredibly ominous.
It gets worse.
Oh, no.
Was that the end of the story, or?
That sounds like a nightmare, not a dream.
And I'm going to point at Lily. Yes, that's exactly what I'm hoping to figure out.
Aww.
Okay. Are you from Harmony?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so...
I was turning to Harmony. No. Are we in Harmony?
Uh-huh. Yeah, like southern tip.
And then Elliot?
Just the tip.
It's reaching for Kate.
If you didn't give it to her, I was gonna.
Elliot, where is Downdries related to what is it? Cyclica?
Yeah, where is it in relation?
Is Downdries in Harmony as well?
Yes, and it's not too... it's actually... You would know that it's about maybe 45 to 55 miles away. So it is entirely possible that the markupo may have walked over here after and set up shop.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out in his head. Is like, it's not close, but it is. Yeah, this could be connected to what happened in Downdries.
Yeah, it could be. It could have expanded its territory after being gravely offended.
Yeah, southern tip. Okay. That might not. Have any of you heard of Downdries?
No. I don't think so.
It was a village that had been overrun by a markupo. I don't know if you've looked outside. We seem to be at the beginning stages of a similar blight. They call it the false dragon of laughing rots.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why false dragon? Dragons are.
I'm not. Well, I think a false dragon then would be bad.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, laughing is good. Rod is bad. It feels like it's maybe one of these things that's meant to put you ill at ease.
Well, it succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look out the window.
It did.
Well, what do we do about it?
As Kampa goes, oh, you get out. You leave. The downside to that is that we are surrounded by forests, and those forests are inhabited by many different possessive creatures. It is many who have tried to leave have found their end. And so it's either an immediate end or a withering one.
Is that... do you have the laughing rot?
As he looks at you, he gives another pained smile of acknowledgement. And as he does, Wobbles, now that you've been alone for a little while, do you come out or are you just going to hang out?
All right. So.
Oh, no.
Did Perseveron close the door behind him?
Yeah, almost certainly. That's a very polite thing to do. Make the bed, close the door behind him.
Well, then I peek out of the chest like a couple of cartoon eyes, like through the crack. See the doors closed, and then quietly pop out. And then I don't share Perseveron's manners, and I still think he might be a monster or bad guy. So I'm going to look through his stuff.
Okay. What do you leave in the trunk?
I left a note that says, I love you, Wobbles.
Aww.
That would make me even more afraid.
You see Perseverance's artifacts?
No, I took everything. I took my stuff.
Oh, yeah. So it's empty.
It's empty.
Left the good berries there? Or did you take those with you?
I took it with me. They're in a pouch.
Oh, okay, that's what I heard. Okay, seeing there's no goodies there, I'm going to go up to the window and look if the coast is clear, and if it is, I'm going to pop out the window.
Okay. Yeah, you pop out the window. Make me a con check.
How come? Because I might... Like, if it's something I could have seen to avoid, I may have chose a different...
It is that sort of the world outside of this place looks a little
Air bad.
Yeah, air is mad.
Like, how, just as a human, like, if I were to look outside my window as Parker, what would it look like? Would it be enough to be like, oh shit, I don't want to go out, or, that's a little weird?
Given the green tinge of it, that sort of, and the amount of rot around, I'd say that it'd be like, this feels like a thing that I should probably only do if I need to go out.
Okay. That being said, then I think he'd be a little more fear, caution, whatever word you prefer to use. So he's going to peek at the doorway, just crack it open a hair and see if anyone is anywhere.
No, it looks like most people, or at least, I mean, I would even venture to say like all people who were in this area have left.
All right, I'm going to tiptoe out. And I imagine I hear them all talking over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you do hear everyone speaking, and you hear Lily's bright voice. You hear Verseverin, the monster's growl. You see Palaris Winter Eladrin, who is munching on some chicharron.
I'm going to sneak into this room and just rifle through things to see if I see any sort of hint at who any of these people are.
Yeah, so you're going to go into the room that Lily woke up in. Yeah, as you sneak into that room and you start to rifle through, you see a lot of Lily's. You would see a lot of Lily's artifacts. What did Lily bring with her when she left?
She probably has a bag full of clothes, several different, very ripped up silver novels, all fortunate few. A notebook with very little writing in it, and it's like extremely terrible handwriting. That all seem to be notes about a missing persons case, and just randomly at the I think probably just a bag with a little bit of gold and like randomly a few jewels in it.
Okay, I think seeing the fortunate few stuff, he's now at the point where it's like either he's being paranoid or they're too good and they thought of everything, like being that.
Actually, I'm going to amend one item. I think there's also a little obviously handmade kobold doll.
Okay, so yeah, that even just reinforces it more. Like, okay, like the amount of details they go into, like evil people, like in his experience, are more likely to just lose their patience and kill you before doing all that. So he's gonna sneak around the corner, trying to remain out of sight still.
Okay. So, yes. So he comes out. However, he is closer to the main group, but he has not entered the main room where the rest of the familiar strangers are.
In their conversation, they were still talking about like the fortunate few at that point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. He's thinking it's innocent enough. Is just going to kind of. Where's the food at?
The food is by the hearth.
Okay, he's just going to slowly walk up there, not acknowledge anyone, and just go up to the food. Like, yep, I belong here. Don't ask me any questions. Because now he's like worried something's wrong with him because he doesn't know why he's here. All these people are saying he's their friend.
I think as he just walks up and it's clearly the other gnome, I think Riz will just look at him and in gnomish she'll say, the final confused person.
Oh, how would he react to that?
Meanwhile, Lily, following some instinct she doesn't quite understand, has raised her hand.
Yes.
I should specify is looking at Kampa.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you say that, like, we should leave? Not
what?
Do something about it?
Can we go back to the part about the fast end or the withering end? Because it seemed like those were the only two choices.
Right, and like if we're supposed to be adventurers, then shouldn't we be trying to solve the problem?
Yeah. Yeah, what she said.
Trying.
And just some stage direction for the listeners. Wobbles just took a plate of food and sat down at the table next to Riz because Riz speaks Gnomish, so like she's cool automatically. And for some reason, even though he doesn't know her, like he doesn't have nervous vibes, which seeing someone of Riz's stature, like he doesn't get it. But he's like, all right, something's okay, even though everything's wrong.
It's that like she's so terrifying she must be safe kind of vibe.
And Persephone moved closer to Riz to say, "You can see him."
Yeah.
I think we can all see him.
He's clearly gnome. They mentioned there was a gnome in our party.
Yeah, and in my room. But no one was there.
Are you... Okay.
Back away a step. Interesting.
Okay.
He's not imaginary. He's not invisible.
Okat's like the gears are turning loudly inside her head, and she looks right at Wobbles and she goes, "Are you far stand?"
No!
I think when she says that name, Riz goes like ramrod straight, like slowly, like tries to do like a casual check over his shoulder, and it'll come like that's a random name.
And meanwhile, Okat's looking a little more like firmly but intently at Wobbles, and she's like, "Gnomes are the greatest adventurers in the world, though." Huh?
And then Wobbles is going to pander because he wants to fit in. Well, not as good as the fortunate few.
But there's the fortunate few here.
We're I think we're both like pausing to see if Lily heard that.
I'm writing that down in my journal.
She was whining at y'all, but she's still trying to have a serious conversation, so she's letting this go past.
Oh, Wobbles was trying to be sincere about like saying the fortunate few are better than like they are the greatest adventurers.
That gets a slight wag of her tail. And she makes kind of a pouty face. Y'all.
And Okat, having missed Riz's reaction, I think, in her focus on Wobbles, is like, huh, all right, that wasn't it.
As Kampa says, trying to do something about a markupo. He's like trying to... He's like trying to stop the rain. It simply is. However, if you are adventurers, I am beginning to get worried about Mateo. He left at the early morning, and your sixth member had to cut down the trees or cut down some wood in his stead. Would I be able to ask you to try to find him?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's probably the least we could do for, not leaving us to die out the Maya.
Also, I could light a fire for you. There's a little bit of wood still left, and it's kind of cold in here.
I know, and I trust that the young man will bring back some wood. He says, as suddenly his eyes go sharp, and he goes, Mateo headed out towards the woods. I am going to tell you all now. The woods are rife with creatures that have taken possession or have made their home in the trees. It is a dangerous place to be. Even when I was not this way, I had to navigate it very carefully. They're actually, it's kind of funny. Has anybody run into an Alan?
Is that something we might have known from her novels?
This is a pretty hyper-specific reference. They only exist here in Medelig, so there's a possibility. So you can roll for it, but it would be a pretty hard check.
All right, I'll try it.
What biome in Harmony did they live in?
The Alan.
Yeah.
The more tropical places.
Okay.
Do you have any natural weaknesses?
Yeah, history.
All right. It's pure luck on this one. Yep, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. He goes, they're mostly harmless. They just want children in exchange for green mangoes, so don't accept a green mango from a strange-looking man.
Unless you don't want kids?
Well, you have to have the kid and then give the kid.
Sure.
Also,
doesn't sound harmless to me.
What do they do with the... Never mind.
They ate them.
Thanks for answering the question I didn't want to ask.
Definitely not harmless.
Yeah.
But you have to be pretty silly to... Well... I'm not going to judge anybody, except the Alans, dirty Alans.
People's easy to get tricked, though.
There are certain trees we've marked with yellow to not, under no circumstances, hurt those trees, because those hold matatimas and batibats, but most dangerous.
Does climbing count as hurting?
Edge case. It will depend on the creature. We have to be very careful with the kind of wood we cut because of all the creatures. You also have Ani-Anis who...
No, she's just going to go and get him another glass of water.
As shape changers that take the shape of your friends and family to lead you astray. But I have to... he says as he takes a deep breath. I have to especially warn you about the balete tree. And does anybody here know what a balete tree looks like?
Nope.
Above the table? No.
Okay, so...
On the table? Also no.
Maybe. The tree, it's on Harmony for Severin, right?
Yeah, for Severin, okay. In Filipino culture, balete trees have a lot of stuff that's involved with them. I believe it's like a choking fig. Basically, they spawn in the canopy and then they wrap around a tree that's already there. It's an invasive species. They have a lot of different creatures associated with it. The batiba, the matatima, they tend to like the balete tree. It is, if you ever see one, they look, as Okot said a couple of times, they look pretty fucking metal. Because instead of like one solid trunk, it is... The only image that comes to my head, even though this is a tree in England, is like the King of Limbs, because it has so many different
It's a tree made out of trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tree made out of trees. But he says, most dangerous, though. And if you do not touch this tree, do not even climb, he says as he looks at Lily. Thank you for the water, dear. The balete tree. That's where the Dilimapo lives.
And that's...
The hands of the dark.
Oh, yeah, that is bad. Okay.
It will, if any harm comes to that tree, we are all dead in a quick fashion. Unless, as he looks at his artifacts for a brief moment. But I know that you won't do that. So we don't have to worry.
Unless?
Hmm?
You said unless?
It's only theorized. I don't know if it would work. But it would take a lot of my remaining magic to do it. So... just please, under no circumstance, do that. Touch that tree.
Okay.
The ballet.
It's best not to mess with any of the trees in Harmony. I can tell you that from personal experience.
Weird tree.
Wait, is that why most people build out of rock here?
Yeah, if they know what's good for them.
Makes sense.
So there's no way to like protect this place from the fog or like.
I mean, it feels like there has to be, or like the whole world would be like this.
Yeah,
a long time.
The rest of the world did not make the mistake that we did. We didn't appreciate the markupo. We did not respect his territory or his land. He made his displeasure known. And we...
Can you tell him you're sorry?
Yeah.
You won't do it again?
The closer that you get to him, the more difficult and dense this acrid fog is. To approach to apologize would be death.
Maybe we could send him a letter?
I don't think he reads. I don't think he's an appreciator of literature.
You know what, Okat? I think it was Okat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you and I are like on the same page about this. We should talk, but we should go find their friend first, yeah?
Okay, yeah, and maybe Mateo knows more about what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go find Mateo.
Go.
He went that way?
Yeah, that way.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Exit stage wherever the door is.
Exit stage, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so it's the group all together?
Well, the teenlings are heading for it, and I think they're just expecting everyone to follow
Yeah.
or not.
Well,
Yeah.
No, Riz is like, well, they didn't kill us, and they could have left us to die, so we can at least help them.
Wait. He says, before you go out.
Yeah?
As you were closer, walking past him, you get the strong sting of citrus in your nostrils. And you can see that he has a group of citrus fruits on the bar. He goes, you're going to want to wear a mask. You're going to want to cut some calamansi, put it in your mask. That'll help with the effects. If you go without it, it'll start to wear on you.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
citrusy.
I do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. With your masks filled with citrus and the like, you all head out.
Actually, like right as they're about to leave, Lily like claps her hands suddenly, goes, "Oh, wait!" and then like runs back to Annalise and holds out her book. She's like,
Do you want to borrow this? If we want to get back, we can talk.
Yeah, she says, her eyes alight.
Alrighty, I'll see you in a bit. And then she's gonna run out again.
I think Grizz will turn to Wobbles and be like, do you want to come with us? You know, I know you weren't here for the whole thing, but like they kind of found us and kind of brought us in, saved us. So, I mean, I think we do kind of owe them, even though we don't really remember anything. And apparently we probably know each other, even though, again, we don't remember anything. And I don't know if you feel indebted to that. It's cool if you don't, but, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to help them. Do they need help around here, or is the only help they need involve going towards danger?
I believe the help they need mainly is finding Big, Strong, and Dreamy, who is the one that found us and brought us here.
I mean, I don't want my little legs to slow the group down, though, is the thing.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you are on the
shoot, because I wanted to go, but I don't want to be a burden.
You know, yeah. I mean,
have ponies or something.
You know,
just pick him up and carry him. God, let's go.
Well, that's kind of rude to just pick people up.
Piggyback, come on.
I mean, Riz will kneel down. I mean, you can if you want. She'll just kind of gesture. Again,
like,
you know.
all right, and then hops on. He's like, actually, hey, this is kind of nice.
And then she'll stand up.
And then she
I'm not too heavy for you.
No, you weigh literally nothing. You are less than my nieces and nephews. And they like climb on me like 3 at a time or more.
Well, that's good, because I have been eating a lot of sweets lately. I'm up to like 35 pounds.
You're fine. You're fine. Anyway, okay. Mask, Citrus, let's go. Oh, Rizzo, by the way, your name?
Wobbles Waggletop.
There you go. I'm Rizzo, Pachisi. Rizzo Pachisi. Nice to meet you. All right, let's go.
Hero waits. Okat's already out the door.
Marvelous. As you guys start to head out, I'm just going to give you this. Using your skills of a tracker, you're able to kind of get a pretty good sense of where Mateo headed out to. There's like 2 different sets of footprints. One is very large, has a little bit of a may not even be a foot, but more like a hoof that is really sunken into the really soft ground here. Given the descriptions of Mateo being a Carabaoan, you would gather that he's maybe like a mix, maybe a mixture of a Carabao and a man. And if he was able to carry the 5 of you by himself, you get the sense that, oh yeah, probably the toughest guy in Letterkenny.
There's 6 sets of footprints. 5 of them are when we were walking with Mateo. Then there's 1 set of footprints, and that's when Mateo was carrying us.
That's not as I recall it, but okay.
Doug, I love you.
So following that, before you get to the forest, there appears to be a pretty large swamp. The swamp has mauve-colored water. There are tons of angular, sharp, angry-looking trees. As you enter this area, can somebody give me a survival check?
I can do that. I have Riz might have the same level as me.
Mine's +4.
Mine's +6.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
22.
Okay. Perseverance, as you are looking around, also swamps are a pretty familiar stomping ground for you. And the nice thing about swamps and the bad thing about swamps is because it's so soft here, it's easy to see footprints. However, because it's easy to see footprints, you can see tons of footprints, even footprints from very long ago. However, 1 set, 2 set, 3 set strikes
Lose
you.
that?
They strike you because they aren't in that Carabaoan foot shape. No, these are closer to wolves. However, as you investigate a little bit further, Viseverin, you realize that these wolves don't seem to be walking on 4 feet, and they're far too big to be even a gigantic wolf that is out here. Or a gigantic wolf out in nature. No, these have the appearance of the Sikbin, otherwise known as werewolves, with fur that is matted down and oily.
Does Okad see this?
She may, after Verseverin calls attention to it.
Okay.
All right, everybody, be careful. See these tracks here? These are Sigbean tracks.
Sigbean?
They're like humanoid wolf creatures.
Made of butterflies?
I'm pretty sure they're made of flesh and blood.
Oh. They're huge.
They are very big, and they are very dangerous. I'd also be concerned if they've been corrupted somehow by the laughing rot. I don't fully know the effects of this, but I've heard tales of things like that where even peaceful animals can suddenly become twisted. You look like you got something on your mind, Chicharron. You were talking about some giant butterfly creature, perhaps, that you're seeing.
Right. I need a stick. Or
what are you going to do with it?
I just want
We
to.
are in the forest. I think there was some on the ground, probably.
Yeah.
Definitely only take one that's on the ground. Be very careful.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna go up to the wolf print.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to basically I'm gonna just go up to the edge of it and get real close and I'm half expecting there to be green goo around the footprint, and I don't know why.
As you look at the footprint and you kind of case where it's sunken into the ground, it doesn't appear to be green. There is that black oily. However, as you look at it, you can also see that there's tatters of what appears to be a pretty common, like someone had linen that got torn. So, yeah.
Just instinctively, I'm picking up the cloth.
Okay.
Speaking of footprints in the dirt, though, and you may have said this, I just want to double check. There were 2 sets coming out of it. One would have been the Mateo. One is the unnamed other guy. Did they both go in the same direction?
More or less. It definitely seems like Mateo was probably going towards the forest, which is probably where the other person was going. And then there are 3 sets of these Sigbean-esque footprints. So probably.
And these are separate from the other 2 footprints. Are they meeting them? Are they going in the same direction?
That one's a little bit. It's not like it isn't. There isn't a read that they were like following. It seems like they're scrounging around. They've been scrounging around the area.
Was one of them carrying the other?
Yeah.
No.
Mostly just Lily's keeping in mind that they're out here for two people, not one at this point.
Right.
Huh. Okay, so they went that way.
Deeper into the forest, I think.
Okay. Deeper into the forest we go, then.
Should we, yell? Would that be a good idea?
To what end?
I think
If they hear us, they'll yell back.
And if anything else hears us, they will also yell back. I think
We're not exactly hiding right now, though, so, I mean...
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you just be like...
Right, but, let's not draw... Let's find out more information before we start yelling.
Yeah.
I just want to see where the footprints go.
Okay.
First. Yeah.
Zephyr makes a mental note that the two teamlings take turns being reckless and cautious. Interesting.
Pack dynamics. Huh.
Hey, she asked this time. That's a fun question.
Yeah.
Zephyrs on board
That's
with
a
the
very
yelling.
good idea. Let's save that one for later, though.
Yeah, and as you guys are heading up and towards this through the swamp, you can see from your current location as you look northward, you can see that there is a large canopy of trees, more densely packed together. It seems like you have this lowland of the swamp and these random trees. The first, as you continue traversing the swamp, the first tree to your left, we're going to go with Riz. No, actually, Wobbles. What's Wobble's threat level at?
Threat as in him to anything that pops out, or him from anything that pops
That's
out?
always your threat to other things was always at maximum, so that's just how I think of you. However, what is is Wobble's head on a swivel as he's trying to discern what's going on, or is he more like, okay, yeah, these people seem to be pretty with it?
I mean, he's got the natural calming presence that comes with being on Rose's shoulders.
The tallest he's ever been in his life.
Yeah, he's not crazy about being tall, but I'd say he's he's almost too disoriented to be super afraid as he'd usually be. There's too much going on for him to if he was at his baseline normalcy otherwise, he'd be probably more afraid than he is. But since he kind of doesn't know what's going on anyway, he doesn't know how weird any of this is compared to what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always terrified.
So he's at I'd say 7 out of 10 threatened by everything.
Okay, in that case, would you give me I wanted to say vibe check, but that doesn't make sense. Can you give me a perception check?
Nah.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Oh,
That is a 9.
Yeah. That disorientation that you've been talking about, yeah, that is hitting hard. This, and for Severin, somebody, what a healthy swamp looks like. This is not that. This is a very corrupted swamp, and Lily, as you are, boldly going forward, you see a dug ditch to your left, full of bones. Perhaps this is what Kampa has warned you about, just being a very dangerous place. Riz, what's your familiarity with dogs?
I feel like there's a few in the family.
You have a large family, of course.
Yeah,
some of them
yeah.
have dogs.
Yeah, so I feel like there's yeah. I feel like there's plenty of animals around.
Yeah. Yeah. In that case, this would most call to mind, especially to Riz, like dogs who capture bones and then, make a little, dig it for safekeeping or for later use.
Mm-hmm.
So not ritualistic so much as I have a bone. I'm going to keep this bone for later.
Yep. Yeah, so the puppies have their bone treats.
One thing I know is if a doggo buries a bone, you should leave it there because he's a good boy and he's going to come back for it. So let's go the other way.
Speaking of that, what a natural tie-in. Good boys all around in a pack start to wander their way back towards their bone. Not going to say that word. Not going to say that phrase. To where
bone hole.
I was going to say that. Thank you, Sadie.
Their bone nest?
Yes, their bone nest. You see up ahead of you.
Their dig spot. They're good boys. They have a dig spot. We're in the way. We should get out of the way. Lily, over here, please. Everyone this way.
As you see the four start to wander back from the forest, as you take a quick glance at them, they don't seem to see you right now. You do note that one of them, the one in the back left of the pack, not the alpha. Alpha doesn't exist. That was a terrible study. But the one in the back left of the pack has
the one who's clearly in charge.
The one in the back has a piece of fabric hanging from his mouth. I'd say that since Luwewe, I think Luwewe and Riz were like the closest to him. It's of a kind that Kampa. It's like what the good boy has in his mouth is closer to like what Kampa probably has. So someone from someone close to Kampa may wear similar fabric.
Oh, okay.
Lily's gonna wave at them.
Lily.
Okat marches over and stands next to Lily and is just watching the one that, who's basically of the four of them, and you kind of answered this already, it's the back left, but Okat is looking at them and trying to determine who they think is in charge of them so that she knows who to focus on.
Yeah. So as Okat is doing that, and Lily is doing a big wave.
I mean, not terribly big. It's just normal sized wave.
I think as she's like, Okat's trying not to move quickly, but has also grabbed Lily's hand and is just. I don't think we don't want to startle them.
That's why I wasn't yelling.
That's very good. You did a great job with the not yelling. So just hold on to my hand and let's stay very still for a minute and see what they do. We'll just see what they do.
Speaking of what they do, You note that they're all sort of watching. I mean, Lily is very easily noted. She's not built for stealth, nor would she want to be.
We're past hiding. If she's waving at them, it's going to catch their attention. So, like,
yeah, and
I assume we've been seen at this point.
yes, you've definitely been seen.
Yeah.
As the werewolf or the Seek Bean like looks at you, it's just sort of staring at Lily and Okot a bit. It is sort of you get the sense that it's just maybe pausing, maybe thinking like it does. Perhaps it's not hungry right now. It's trying to debate. However. Before it makes a decision, the tree that is under, a branch snaps and falls, crashing right behind the Seek Bean, startling it. And in that moment of being startled, they're not the smartest creatures. It lashes out. It is going to start an attack on team of familiar strangers.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage? Series 2, featuring Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Sadie Blake as Okot, Douglas Gale as Verseverin, Ray Palmer as Lewewe Igbiani, and Elliot Rose as our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Elliot Rose and Ray Palmer. All music was created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Just the tip.